The TV1 News is proudly brought to you by
Hello, this is TV1 News. Thanks for joining us. In this edition, PNG and Australia seal alliance. 100 million kina for Papua LNG Forum and Pacific Rugby League United. PNG and Australia are now formally allies after a final exchange of signed security treaty. Prime Minister James Marape and Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese formalized the pact yesterday in Australia. Marape, in a media conference this morning upon returning from Australia, said the historic exchange is significant as it is the country's first alliance with any nation, and Australia's first is in more than 70 years.
The Pukpuk Treaty is now operational after Australia and PNG exchanged signed a security treaty yesterday. Prime Minister James Marape explained that the Pukpuk Treaty is underpinned by a mutual defense commitment, recognizing that an armed attack on either country is a threat to both nations and the security of the region. It commits Australia and Papua New Guinea to consult, cooperate, and if required, act to meet a common danger while explicitly safeguarding sovereignty.
I want to also indicate in the same breath that this is not purely a defense arrangement per se. It is an umbrella cascading arrangement under the concept of two houses, one bunnies, or one fence. A security fence that is enjoyed by both countries with our two unique houses.
The treaty also reflects a shared commitment to peace and stability in the Pacific and affirms mutual respect for the sovereignty, independence, and the territorial integrity of both neighbors. The treaty will strengthen integration between the Australian Defence Force and PNG Defence Force and will enable the two nations to respond to shared security challenges quickly and effectively and support Papua New Guinea's sovereign defense capability.
This is a major step in our effort to rebuild and strengthen our own defense force. Our own defense force must be strengthened to defend our nation of 462,840 square kilometers of land we have. In that, we have over 800 kilometers of land border with Indonesia, over 30 kilometers of river border, over 5,000 square kilometer of ocean space, one of the biggest EEZ in the Pacific. And so our own security needs compels us to look for at the very earliest upskilling and upgrade of our PNG Defence Force.
Furthermore, the treaty supports the expansion and modernization of both countries' defense relationship, including recruitment of each country's citizens into respective defense forces.
Under the treaty, under the one fence concept, our two people will exchange more freely. Our two businesses will exchange more freely. And issues like chips playing, issues like more Papua New Guinean exporters exporting to Australia whether it's agricultural produce, livestock produce, or any other produce for that matter, or Australian investors investing in our country. Given the umbrella security arrangements we have under treaty, we then will flourish in our people-to-people exchange. And the first benefactor to this at the earliest would be over thousands of Papua New Guineans now to be enrolled into the Australian Defence Force.
The Pukpuk Treaty, officially known as the Papua New Guinea-Australia Mutual Defence Treaty, was signed on October 6, 2025 in Canberra. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese and Prime Minister James Marape formally signed the pact, marking PNG's first ever alliance with any country and Australia's first in over 7 decades. Freddie Mo, TV1 News.
Meantime, Prime Minister James Marape also announced that the Pukpuk Treaty will create pathways for 10,000 youths to join the Australian Defence Force going forward. Marape also clarified that the treaty not only covers the defence opportunities, but any workforce opportunities available in Australia or PNG.
I just want to indicate that program will see up to 10,000 young Papua New Guineans, men and women, being drafted into the Australian Defence Force over time. And that is one of the first tasks to be undertaken in the treaty relationship.
Minister for Finance Thomas Opa revealed that about 100 million kina was approved by the National Executive Council to budget for the high-level Papua LNG Development Forum. This with its one-week consultation currently taking place at APEC House in Port Moresby. The consultation to end tomorrow.
Minister Opa said the 100 million kina will be used for the Papua LNG Development Forum, including preparatory process and mobilizing landowners from both Central and Gulf provinces leading up to the highly anticipated development forum. Opa added that the hosting of the forum will be challenging for National Petroleum Authority, particularly to mobilize landowners within the two provinces to attend the event. Opa assured landowners that they will still attend the event despite some setbacks. Meanwhile, Opa has repeated negativity surrounding the Papua LNG Development Forum, stating that the one-week consultation process allows the landowners to be well versed with the proposals of the project prior to the forum, which is expected in the next months. The Westpac Economic Report viewed that the $14 billion Papua LNG remains the single most consequential driver of Papua New Guinea's economic growth over the coming decade. Mason Lewis, TV1 News.
Conflict over land boundaries hampers development. Morobe Governor Rainbow Paita stressed on this when speaking at the groundbreaking of the Zifasing Oil Palm Mini Estate project in the Huon Gulf District.
After 10 years of engagements and consultations, 5 landowner groups at Zifasing in Huon Gulf District signed a 25-year development agreement with New Britain Palm Oil at the Makam Farm office on Monday, July 6, 2026. Following that, an official groundbreaking was held at the planting site, where a large delegation from Malaysia's plantation and agribusiness giant, SD Guthrie, formerly known as Sime Darby Plantation Berhad, were present to witness the launch. Speaking at the event, Morobe Governor Rainbow Paita pointed out that land in Morobe is fertile and New Britain Palm Oil, based on set standards and criteria, deduced that 5,000 hectares of oil palm could be planted in the province. While applauding the project, Governor Paita made a commitment that the provincial government will actively address landowner issues to free up land for development. After speeches, 1 hectare of oil palms were planted by the delegation to symbolize the official start of the Zifasing Oil Palm Mini Estate project. The mini estate project will start off with 1,100 hectares of oil palm on land belonging to Momem 1 and 2, Ngarawa Phase 1 and 2, and Waifampes. Kamala Guare, TV1 News, Lei.
This is TV1 News. After the break, Southern Highlands Provincial Government subsidy to universities and health workshop for women.
For too long, banking has felt out of reach for many. But now, BSP's One-Took Wallet is here to change that. Send and receive money, pay bills, and top up. It's your money, wherever, whenever. Because at BSP, we are committed to improving how our customers connect to our One-Talks, to our family, to the ones we love. BSP's One-Took Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# for everyone.
What a game this has been. With a minute to go, it all comes down to this. And here they come. They go wide. Passes to Becky. He juggles. Kicks it. Who'll get there? No, Kara. He's over. What a try. Oh, the emotions are flowing. Jubilation. Ecstasy. What a game.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Find PNG made.
P&G's favorite soft drink now in bottles. Goldsport brings you fresh, bold flavors in brand new 500ml bottles. Taste the rainbow. More freshness, more flavor, more fun. Lime, orange, raspberry, and pineapple. Proudly made in P&G. Proudly Goldsport.
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE.
Show the dishes who's boss. Fight mess with Axion, the tough grease stripper. 100% effective at doing the dirty work. The triple active power breaks down tough grease, and its antibacterial formula leaves dishes squeaky clean. Get tough on grease. Get Axion.
Welcome back. The Southern Highlands Provincial Government today paid 3 million kina in school fees subsidy to support Southern Highlands students studying in the 8 universities in the country. Southern Highlands students from the University of Papua New Guinea were there to receive the funding on behalf of their colleagues from the other universities in the country. Students were urged to prioritize their studies and not to take the support for granted.
Last year, the Southern Highlands Provincial Government allocated 5 million kina for school fee assistance, subsidizing the school fees of students attending the 8 universities in the country and those attending Parul University in India. This year, it continued this support with another 4.39 million kina allocated to the program. From this, 3 million kina is earmarked for students attending the universities in the country. As a demonstration of the rollout of this program, UPNG students received their 1 million kina subsidy today. UPNG received the highest subsidy, followed by UOG, Unitec, PAU, Divine Word, IBSU, Western Pacific, and UNRE. Officers from the provincial administration will visit the rest of the universities starting next week to disperse the subsidies, and Provincial Administrator David Kelma urged Southern Island students to prioritize their studies.
I want the students to take heed of this one. Don't take it for granted. I want you to study hard. You are privileged to have this kind of support. I don't know other provincial governments are supporting, but at least the provincial government is coming on board to support the parents and for you to get education. So I want you to give priority in your studies, and we want to see results.
In presenting these subsidies, Southern Islands Governor William Powie highlighted his administration's approach to ensure Southern Island students are supported.
Next year budget will be the same. Year in, year out, priorities remain, but funding continues. That's what we call multi-year financing. So you keep your priorities, but keep on going with the funding arrangements year in, year out. So with this, it's all, it's locked in. So we're not just coming with Parel University initiative because governor went there. It's all locked in the budget process.
In receiving the funding support, UPNG students thanked the provincial government for its ongoing support, while also providing a brief rundown of the previous year's subsidy.
On behalf of the 8 sub-associations, including MEDFEC, 6, and also the 7 sister universities, I would like to thank for the continued support for us as university students.
Students also called for the provincial government to institutionalize this program to ensure it continues into the future and is not affected by political change. Ruth Rongola, TVWAN News.
For Southern Highlands students studying at the Parel University in India, the provincial government paid 1.39 million kina to continue the funding support to students there. There are more than 120 Southern Highlands students studying there under SHPG scholarship. Governor Powie explained the importance of this partnership with Parel University and how it's helping Southern Highlands province students get a second chance in learning.
Parel are the great tools who are coming out from our secondary schools, 9 secondary schools. They have capability, they are energetic, they are capable, they are intelligent, but our school system in the universities, in PNG and tertiary institutions cannot cater. So I'm giving them a second chance to harness the potential and bring development to their communities and to the districts that we all come from. In a way, I'm giving them a second chance. So I think this is a worthy cause.
More than 100 women, men and youth turned up to participate in the Healthy Family, Healthy Community Educational Workshop is underway at the Filipino Association of Papua New Guinea. This workshop is conducted by the Active City Development Program in partnership with Marie Stopes PNG.
The Active City Development Program, in partnership with Marie Stopes PNG, conducted a workshop today to bring about awareness on healthy family, healthy community education for men, women, and youths in the city. The workshop began with an awareness session to open it up called the Sexual Reproductive Health and Family Planning. NCD Commissioner for Women on the NCDC Board, Alice Siki, highlighted the significance in promoting women's health in the nation's capital.
I just want to say thank you to ACDP. ACDP partnership with Marie Stopes. And Marie Stopes is it's first of its kind that all our women and girls in the city to come out in this awareness. This awareness is really, as a commissioner, made me feeling good through because of me affecting plenty of mama in Salo City, now all Pikinini too in Salo City, which is health blow me play paramount. So me plan need to come out lo one pla big pla awareness osem lo kisim good pla awareness na good pla talk where emi can help him or mama na picking in Mary na picking in Chalo City.
Siki emphasized the impact of the program on addressing health issues like cancer and other diseases affecting women.
Good pla long by working plant awareness inside long city capital city pla yumi because nowadays all mama will plant is sick na die. Now one cause for this sick too or mama on upsawe. One cause for parents sick where affecting or beginning in Chalo City to on upsawe. So time only Lick sick all bago house sick walk na it's like be a normal to beginning or Mary. Kuna time something sick go big blah. All mama plant all die in Chalo house sick. Like example cancer, TV, all will affected, all die. Plenty mama will die in Chalo house sick, plenty beginning die in Chalo house sick. And because he get a government to need to look travel or display as a commissioner of NCD missing out the health department law and must put in plenty awareness inside long city too na inside long Papua New Guinea.
NCDC confirmed the importance of continued awareness and education initiatives, especially for mothers and children, to secure the future of the city. Jasmine Rojak, TVWAN News.
Furthermore, NCD Commissioner for Women and Girls, Alice Seki, mentioned plans for future partnerships and programs to expand these efforts, supported by NCD Governor's vision for the next 50 years.
As a NCD, now our governor have a plan now, plan longer go out now, working awareness all mama na pikinini because the pikinini they are the future of this nation and this city. So and we can plan your program belonging. So one the program belonging to come up Connie stadium na mipla bin go. Now this is a second program belonging come out. So people to thank you, Honorable Governor. Look beyond the city and look beyond the in our 50 years to come. I'm looking more mama na pigini must save.
And now the finance report. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2277 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2202, 0.3143 Australian dollars, 0.1849 euro, and 35.57 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, cocoa and crude oil closed higher, while gold, coffee and copper closed lower, and palm oil closed unchanged. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, while ASX and ordinaries closed lower. TV1 News continues. When we come back, stay with us.
Banking doesn't have to be complicated. With PSP's OneTalk Wallet, control your money wherever, whenever. Dial *131#, enter your PIN, select cash in or out, and generate a secure code to withdraw cash. It's the only wallet for cardless ATM withdrawals. Send and receive funds, pay for goods and bills, or withdraw cash with ease. All with BSP's OneTalk Wallet. BSP's OneTalk Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# today.
And take me out my mind. When you're all in, anything can happen. Grab a Coca-Cola and enjoy the moment.
Hey P&G, get ready to brush to the beat for Colgate National Toothbrushing Day. Brush to the beat with over 480,000 registered participants this year nationwide. Brush your teeth for 2 minutes twice a day and remember to change your toothbrush every 3 months. Head over to the Colgate Pacific P&G Facebook page for more info or drop a comment and tell us a song we can brush to the beat with. Get brushing this National Toothbrushing Day with Colgate.
You
sabe tu olsem condom one way where you can abrusim seek HIV, STI na unplanned pregnancy? Tingim, use him condom long right way. Stop safe na look out him you yet. Use him condom all get a time. Suppose you no save long HIV status long partner blong you or suppose you got plenty partner. Use him condom good all get a time. Long haborusim seek HIV, STI na unplanned pregnancies. Use him condom banisim you yet na future blong you. This platok save ikam long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
You have to meet my best friend. She's the sweetest. Hey, check out my hair.
Which one? The one on your head or the one in the sink? Relax. Next time, just use the Mega Growth Anti-Damage Relaxer. It's infused with wonder oils and conditioning proteins for visibly less hair breakage after retouching. Now your hair looks great.
Thank you.
Mega Growth Anti-Damage No Light Cream Relaxer for visibly less hair breakage after retouching.
From our homes, where every morning starts with a taste we all love. A taste that holds memories and sheds stories. A taste that can bring friends together. Made with care and loved in every corner of PNG. Inspired by our champions and rooted by our family values. Snacks, so crunchy and tasty, it's irresistible.
Meet YumiPay, your digital wallet from TISA Bank. Your gateway to seamless transactions. Withdraw cash anytime at your nearest TISA agent. Send money to family and friends.
Hello, son.
Anytime, anywhere. Top up and pay with just a scan. From taxis to coffee and small businesses, YumiPay makes every payment simple. YumiPay, powered by TISA Bank.
Thanks for staying with us. A historic milestone has been celebrated in Bundi district of Madang province with the commissioning of new road construction machinery that local residents say fulfills a dream nearly 50 years in the making. The equipment purchased by the Usina Bundi Gama District Development Authority is expected to boost road construction and improve access across the district.
Hundreds of people across Bundi gathered to witness the commissioning and launch of the new road construction machinery. Many travel long distances to attend the event, with some walking for hours and others journeying overnight to be part of what many describe as the historic occasion. The machinery will be used to support road development projects throughout the district as part of the National Connect PNG program. The initiative is aimed at improving transport links between Madang and Timbu provinces and parts of the islands. The new roads will provide better access to schools, health facilities, markets and other essential services, while also creating new economic opportunities for local communities. For many residents, the commissioning marks the beginning of a new chapter in Bundi's development journey that will bring improved road connectivity. Michael Tamtipai's TVWAN News.
In news overseas, the president says the US-Iran ceasefire is over. But what does that actually mean for negotiations?
Whether this means a return to all-out war is at this stage unclear. Donald Trump was scathing of Iran. He described them as liars, scum, sick people. It's a waste of time dealing with them, he said. But then he also went on to say that I'll leave our wonderful negotiators to keep talking, but I don't like it. So some mixed messages there from Donald Trump, as we often come to expect. He now heads inside here at NATO, at the NATO summit, to meet with world leaders, but no doubt distracted by what has been happening with Iran.
Union workers are set to walk off the job at BHP's lucrative iron ore port in Western Australia's Pilbara as an ongoing pay dispute reaches breaking point. The industrial action could cost the mining giant tens of millions in lost revenue.
It's a strike set to stall the engine room of WA's iron ore trade. Bargaining now descending into an industrial standoff at Port Hedland between BHP and unions.
It includes electricians,
includes mechanical fitters, boiler makers, operators, ship loaders. Everyone that works on their site will be walking off the job and going on strike.
Up to 200 workers are expected to take part in the 8-hour strike next Thursday. It follows failed talks over a pay rise for workers earning more than $200,000 a year.
Negotiations have been stalling and the members have had enough.
BHP says it's eager to keep negotiating constructively for a fair deal. Unions estimate the stoppage could cost Australia's biggest miner almost $40 million in lost revenue, while the state government could miss out on millions in royalties.
We built the Pilbara through people working together, not through people looking to pick a fight, and that's what we have here.
The Premier urging both sides to get back to the negotiating table.
The Pilbara is the engine room of the nation's capital. I wouldn't be the only one that would be concerned about any disruption to industry in the Pilbara.
The last significant industrial action in the Pilbara was in 2008 when Rio Tinto train drivers downed tools. The upcoming strike against BHP could again be a watershed moment for the region's largely deunionised mining sector. A union win here could set a precedent for other mine workers.
It would actually change and challenge the industrial relations model that's been operating in the region for around 30 years.
The workplace walk-off with high stakes for all involved.
Tasmanian farmers have reacted angrily to the Federal Treasurer's decision to allow the sale of the state's largest farm to a foreign forestry investment company. Critics of the deal say the buyer's plan to convert the Rushy Lagoon property to pine plantation will undermine the local agricultural economy.
After months of consideration by the Foreign Investment Review Board, Federal Treasurer Jim Chalmers today approved the sale of Tasmania's biggest farm to the UK's largest forestry investor, finding the sale is not contrary to the national interest. But Tasmanian farmers disagree.
I think extreme disappointment on behalf of the agricultural industry and the northeast community that really does feel like it's been sold out and not consulted with as part of this announced sale today.
Disappointment's my initial reaction. It's been a long campaign to try and get our voice heard, and it obviously hasn't been heard.
Rushy Lagoon covers nearly 22,000 hectares near Tasmania's northeast tip. Its new owner, the Tasmanian Natural Asset Trust, which is managed by the UK's Gresham House, plans to create a pine plantation on the property. Farmers want the land kept for agricultural production.
I think it definitely could set a very dangerous precedent and, at a time where the state government is trying to grow with industry.
In a statement, the group behind the project say it will generate 190 jobs over the project's lifetime and generate 5 million tonnes of timber. But those figures have been questioned by the local farming community, who say those jobs won't exist until 25 years' time when the trees reach maturity. The group also says it plans to restore wetlands and conservation areas, which are home to several threatened species. The Australian government-owned Clean Energy Finance Corporation, which funds renewable energy projects, is investing nearly $70 million in the project.
This project is really about investing in Australia's future, beyond tomorrow. It is multi-generational investment, so we're very excited about that.
But its involvement has attracted criticism.
Government shouldn't be intervening and distorting local agricultural markets. That's a very, very simple premise. They shouldn't be involved in that.
A big real estate deal causing a big headache for farmers.
And that ends the news segment. Later in sports, Pacific Rugby League Partnership and Biama embraces new season.
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE.
Every growing child needs the best care to help them grow physically, socially, intellectually, and emotionally. That's why I choose Tender Care. It keeps skin clean and fresh and is hypoallergenically tested for gentle and safe protection. So my child can be protected for all of life's adventures. Tender Care.
Tambo tru lonkarim o salim na simokin. Marijuana or all drugs no good ikam lo overseas or some cocaine or crystal meth. Nupla law or likolim Controlled Substances Act 2021 by making sawe lo you lo baim court fine enough money mark enough lo 2 million kina or go life year calabus. This platok sawe ikam long National Narcotics Bureau. One time halivim bilom Australia Papua New Guinea Law na Justice Partnership.
Dad's gonna be home soon. Dinner's not ready. He's gonna be mad. Mom's trying her best. If it's not ready, oh no. I'm proud of my old man. If he can change, anyone can.
Ready for the world, so is your TISA Visa card. Visa keeps you moving wherever you go, Papua New Guinea or abroad. Seamlessly pay for travel, dining, online shopping. Easily access your funds and instantly track your expenses. Every tap comes with security, trust, and peace of mind. Unlock the world of possibilities. And it all starts with the new TISA Visa card.
Is this? They're soaking wet. Oh my God. Was it originally a car? It's crying out to be rescued. The good news is Todd has made us tea.
There's nothing like a cup of tea.
Now you're talking.
And teamwork.
Here we go. Not too fast.
To get the show on the road.
It's well cool. Are we ready for this? This is my kind of thing. Now we're in heaven. We can have a lot of fun with this. I'm already sensing the fun.
Shed and Buried Classic Cars. Fridays 9:30 on Turbo.
Welcome back. The Australian Rugby League Commission has signed a landmark statement of partnership with Pacific Rugby League Federations in the presence of the Prime Ministers of Australia, Papua New Guinea, Samoa and Tonga. ARLC Chairman Peter V'landys signed the historic document in Brisbane on Wednesday, alongside counterparts from the PNG Rugby Football League, Tonga Rugby League and Rugby League Samoa.
It was the first time 4 prime ministers from the Pacific region had gathered outside of a political forum. The Pacific Rugby League Partnership is a historic initiative between the Australian Rugby League Commission, the Australian Government, Pacific governments and the Rugby League Federations of Papua New Guinea, Fiji, Samoa and Tonga, supported by a $250 million Australian dollar investment by the Australian government, a key part of the broader $600 million commitment, which also includes support for the entry of the PNG Chiefs into the NRL in 2028. The partnership will grow rugby league across the Pacific. Australia's funding for the partnership will deliver a pathway for emerging talent across the Pacific. The Pacific Rugby League Partnership has 3 pillars: community and grassroots, pathways and academies, and elite and international. A strong focus will be placed on introducing young boys and girls to rugby league early and building participation in the sport, including through schools. Papua New Guinea Prime Minister James Marape thanked the Australian government and the National Rugby League for its substantial investment in junior rugby league development and for supporting pathways that will benefit young Pacific athletes.
And in a nation of over 1,000 tribes, in a people of over 10, a country of over 10 million people, 1,000 tribes, but we will really be in one team. That is the power of the greatest sport. Thank you, Peter Volundes, Peter Beatty, and your board for gifting us this opportunity to showcase not just rugby league, but the power of unity sports can bring. And thank you again for the investment Australian government is doing in this. Thank you.
He said the region had produced many outstanding rugby league players over the years and remained an important part of the broader rugby league landscape connected to Papua New Guinea. Susan Oreape, TV1 Sports.
Prime Minister James Marape said PNG would work closely with fellow Pacific Rugby League nations, including Fiji, Tonga, Samoa, Niue and the Cook Islands, to strengthen junior competitions and establish a regional talent pool linked to the PNG Chiefs pathway. He says the PNG Chiefs franchise will serve not only as a pathway for PNG Rugby League talent, but also as a regional development platform for young players across the Pacific. When signing the Statement of Partnership to develop rugby league in the Pacific under the Australian Rugby League Commission, Prime Minister James Marape said the government is committed to ensuring that the historic investment in the PNG Chiefs would strengthen rugby league throughout the region, while creating opportunities for both male and female players.
And today is about securing the future of our children. They must enjoy the ambience of life we have in sport. Has the ability to pull culture and people together. And I want to appreciate the leadership that Rugby League is doing to Australian Rugby League, to PNG Rugby League, to Samoa Rugby League, to Tonga Rugby League, to Fiji Rugby League, and also to the rest of the sporting fraternities. Let's come together as people of one sea, one people of the Pacific, to play, rub shoulder, intermingle amongst our children as they leap forward into the future. I'm happy that Australia is investing big time into this space. But to all Australian taxpayers, it is not a wasted dollar. It is a dollar well spent.
Marape said the PNG Rugby Football League would engage with its counterparts throughout the Pacific to establish stronger partnerships in player development, coaching, talent identification, and elite pathways. He also announced plans to strengthen rugby league links with Far North Queensland, particularly communities north of Cairns and the traditional Melanesian communities of the Torres Strait Islands, as it had produced many outstanding rugby league players over the years and remained an important part of the broader rugby league landscape connected to PNG. The Prime Minister said the national government has demonstrated its long-term commitment to rugby league through investment in infrastructure and player development. Former PNG Rugby 15s and 7-star Mari Biama is embracing a renewed passion for rugby league after switching codes from rugby in 2024. Biama, who plays centre, made an immediate impact on debut with the Central Dabaris 3 years ago.
In 2024, Biama swept the awards, claiming Player of the Year, Top Point Scorer and the Top Try Scorer honours. However, her rising career was recently stalled by an ankle injury that kept her out of the national PNG Orchid selection. Now back in action, Biama joins the Port Moresby Vipers for the 2026 Santos Cup season. At the season launch, she spoke about a tough preseason filled with conditioning, road runs, and expressed confidence in that the team is ready to perform. Vipers' opening match is this Saturday against the Eastern Britain Agmark Gurriers in Rabaul.
Very tough preseason for us. Trust me, you don't want to run a 5K every week, but yeah, we managed to get it out of the way. So I am very excited. My girls also are very excited to play this season, and yeah, we're excited to play. Yeah.
Reflecting on her 2025 stint with the Queensland Cup side Western Clydesdales women, Bioma shared some challenges.
It's not that I would say comfortable with the new team being in. It was very hard blending in, but with Trish Ayton by my side, with her loving partner, I managed to get it under control and all this. But it's very tough because of the weather down there. Sometimes we train in the cold, which I couldn't manage. But like I said, thank the trees and the partner, I managed to get it out of the way.
A key learning from her time with the Clydesdales was transitioning from centre to middle forward playing prop.
I would say transitioning from centres to being a prop, So I learned a lot being a prop down with the Western Clydesdales, Right now, I'm kind of, with the Vipers team, my coach is switching me from utilities with the backs. Sometimes I'm with the forwards. I'm not sure I would play the backs or the forwards, but I'm comfortable with whichever position that he puts me with, and
After missing out on the finals last season, Biama says the team's focus this year is to go one better.
This new season, my mindset throughout the girls, what I've been telling them is for this year we'll try to get the cup this year. So our mindset is focused on the cup this year, and So there are a lot of from the bid coming up. We have a lot of young girls coming up. But trust me, they are way more better than some of us right now. So
She's counting on the experienced players like Ruth Gende, Lila Malabag, Alice Alois and Benoti Kuman to lead mostly academy players by example. For Biama, playing at the Queen's Park in Rabaul for the first time against the Gurus is quite an experience and looking forward to embracing the challenge. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
Current PNG Orchids forward and Mount Hagen Eagles captain Belinda Guasamon is eager to make a big comeback to the Santos Cup this season after sitting out majority of the 2025 season due to injury. The Eagles will kick off their 2026 campaign against the Lace Next Tigers in Lae on Sunday.
The third edition of the Santos Cup was launched on Tuesday, 7th July 2026 at the Santos National Football Stadium, Port Moresby. The returning six franchise team captains graced the event, donned in their respective individual club colours, signifying the start of another exciting season for the women's premier competition. In the mix was returning Mount Hagen Eagles captain Belinda Guasamon, who's excited for the new season after a disappointing season ending from injury last year.
So, last year we programmed me so many a good position last year. So now I'm alright, so I'm looking forward for it. 100% fine now.
Of mixed Western Highlands and Morobe heritage, Belinda reflected on her journey since the last World Cup. She had the opportunity to play with the North Devils in the Queensland Cup before moving to Sydney to join the Magpies in the Harvey Norman Cup competition. Though 2025 was challenging after recovering from injury, she's optimistic about the upcoming season.
So after the World Cup, we go play on the North Devils, Queensland, and then we move around to Sydney. We play on the Magpies. Harvey Norman, and then we come back in the PNG to play Santos Cup. So last year I'm playing, now I'm playing there. Looking forward to one of the experience where we got all games where we've been going to play them. I'm looking forward to all girls will come on top. Team do me want them. Especially all general big girls will come and we look forward to like 1 hour we all go shortly meal pass step in help him out. Yes, I'm looking forward for the World Cup too, so I'm willing to give my best, put my best foot front, and go for it.
This weekend, Guasamon will lead the Mount Hagen Eagles in their round 1 clash of the Santos Cup against the Lace Next Tigers in Lae. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
Former PNG Hunters fullback Stagroth Amian hosted residents of Cookie at the Southside Fitness Centre on Wednesday night to watch the State of Origin decider on the big screen. This was the first time in many years the Koki community had gathered for a night event, making it a memorable night for the residents. Koki community has been painted with bad image by the public for many years, and hosting community shows like last night can help change the public's perception. Event coordinator and former PNG Hunters fullback Stargrowth Amian was pleased to see community members coming out in numbers and share the evening together in front of the big screen.
So it's more like a family event. All mama, papa, we plan encourage more carry picnic, marry blow, sister, brother, all come down there watch. All spagman all stop, but to say me plan remind them all drink, watch low way blow, watch support low way blow support. Na mi plan so im all nadal community na all public or say mi plan koki mi plan good line stuff there.
The attendance convinces Amian that the Koki community can change their attitude and welcome similar night events in the future.
For us, we hope to host other events in the future, other night events, games and movies and all that. So the whole point is to change the mindset of the youths especially, to show them that we are capable of hosting this kind of event.
Meanwhile, residents of Joyce Bay and Sabama gathered in large numbers at the Kila Kila High School sports area for the decider. For kids, it was a time for fun. Event coordinator Tito Peters said the community had embraced the initiative, with residents attending all 3 matches and behaving well throughout the series, despite a few minor issues. Peter noted that security personnel were deployed at all venues to ensure residents enjoy watching the rugby league game safely.
Basically, the minister has done for the whole of Mosby South, just to unite us through, because we are big fan of rugby and all this through leadership and connecting people to sports. The community, we all live in a community, the society, we come up with problems every day. But as leaders in the community, we manage to calm down this type of situation and provide security for the safety of our women and children and the community as a whole. So we have no problem with security, we are okay.
He said the state of origin screenings had become an important social activity, and the communities of Mosby South were grateful. More than 10 venues across the Mosby South suburbs broadcasted the State of Origin series on big screens. The event coordinator thanked local member Justin Tachenko for bringing the social show to their doorsteps. The New South Wales Blues have been crowned the 2026 State of Origin champions after defeating the Queensland Maroons 30 points to 12 in the series decider at Suncorp Stadium in Brisbane on Wednesday night. With this series locked at 1 game apiece, the Blues produced one of their finest performances on the Queensland soil, silencing a packed home crowd to secure a 2-1 series victory.
Halfback Nathan Cleary delivered a masterclass, scoring 2 tries, controlling the game with his kicking and finishing with an 18-point haul. His outstanding performance earned him the Wally Levis Medal as Player of the Series. New South Wales dominated from the opening whistle, racing to an 18-4 halftime lead. Through disciplined defense and clinical attack, Queensland struggled to build momentum as the Blues capitalized on key areas and controlled field position. The Maroons fought back after the break with tries to Amiso, Tabuai Fido and Joshua Fifita. But the comeback was short-lived as the Blues responded with another wave of attacking pressure. A long range by Bradman Best sealed the victory and handed Queensland's hope of lifting the seal. The result marks a memorable triumph for Blues coach Laurie Daly, whose side overcame the odds to win the series in one of the greatest upset victories in recent State of Origin history. For Queensland, the defeat ends their title defense despite entering the decider as favourites in front of their home supporters. The Blues now reclaim the State of Origin seal after a commanding display in Rugby League's biggest annual rivalry. Michael Tamtipais, TVWAN Sports.
There will be no love lost in the media pool competition this Saturday at the Lamana Arena, as sister teams Broadges and Ankit go head-to-head in a highly anticipated showdown. This is amongst the biggest matchup for the day in the media pool competition 2026. Sitting in the 7th place, Ankit are looking to spoil the show. They will be led by opening player Towa Simoi with support from Moria Tutan, Miria Rima, and women's division standout Hane Rabu. They have the firepower to cause an upset. They face a wounded Brogy side who were knocked off the competition summit and reduced to the second spot last week following a tough 6-1 defeat against the leaders Cool Graphics. Jackson Nang and Welton Guy will be their best to ensure Brogy's bounce back with a win. Another cracker match on the cards features table leaders Cool Graphics taking on third place Tranglish. This top 3 battle is expected to draw a massive crowd of players and supporters to Lamana Pool area. The formidable father and son duo of Harry and Tom will look to set a winning tone for Tranglish, backed by the reliable Mary and Stuart Gabe. Nothing can be taken away from Cool Graphics, whose selected roster has been doing wonders. The opening trio of Sam Moria, Manu Kapi and Larry Loya are in red-hot form after dismantling Brogy's last week and cannot be underestimated. The race to the finals is heating up, with only 12 points separating first and 8th place. The top 8 teams are Cool Graphics 39, Brogy's 37, Tranglish 35, Landframe 33, Poinangu 31, Mining 30, Ankit 30 and Pacific Dragon 27. That's it for sports. Now the weather forecast. In regional forecast, Southern Port Moresby partly cloudy, Alatau cloudy with continuous rain and possible thunderstorms. Momase, Ley, cloudy periods with occasional rain showers. Vanimo, cloudy with frequent rain showers. Nigini Islands, Kavieng, cloudy periods with occasional showers. Kokopo, Rabaul and Buka, cloudy periods with few showers. And Highlands region, Mount Hagen, cloudy with possible rain showers tonight. Mandi Tarian Wabeg, cloudy with frequent rain and possible thunderstorms expected. Ocean forecast for PNG areas for the next 24 hours. Coral Sea, seas rough with southeast winds of 25 to 33 knots. Solomon Sea, seas smooth to slight seas over northern sector, increasing to moderate over southern sector with easterly winds of 5 to 10 knots over northern sector, increasing to 15 to 20 knots over southern sector. Bismarck Sea, seas moderate over western sector, decreasing to slight seas over eastern sector with northwest winds of 15 to 20 knots over western sector, tending northeast at 10 to 50 knots over eastern sector. Pacific Ocean, seas light to moderate with north to northwest at 10 to 20 knots. And coastal waters forecast, waters of southern PNG Indonesian border to Daro, to Kiwai Island, Kerema, Yule Island, to Port Moresby, Wood Point to Samare Island, to Milne Bay and all its islands to Cape Vogel, seas 1.5 to 2.5 meters, rising to 3 meters over warning areas. Waters of Manus and its western group of islands, seas 1.5 to 2 meters. And that ends another edition of TV1 News. Thanks for your company. Good night.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by
delay on the pass, and Tony Sukai! Jones Nickel Flipstar! Herbie Farnworth gets the ball away, back to Nicarima, chased by Stowers Smith! Nicarima! In and away, then Taylor floats it up the top, on his way is Warburton! Warburton slows it down! Youngie short pass, Russell! What a tackle! What a drive saver!
What the heck heck is this? They're soaking wet. Oh my God. Was it originally a calf? It's crying out to be rescued. The good news is Todd has made us tea.
There's nothing like a cup of tea.
Now you're talking.
And teamwork.
Here we go. Not too fast.
To get the show on the road.
It's well cool. Are we ready for this? This is my kind of thing. Now we're in heaven. We can have a lot of fun with this. I'm already sensing the fun.
Shed and Buried Classic Cars. Fridays 9:30 on Turbo.
Digicel TV, your official home of the Rugby League World Cup 2026. Dial *515# to subscribe.
Two months ago, the United States and Israel unleashed war on Iran.
We learned just after 8:15 local time here that Israel had started attacking.
We're going to destroy their missiles and we're going to annihilate their navy. So lay down your arms or you will face certain death.
The Ayatollah has been assassinated as part of these strikes.
I've been covering this conflict across the region.
We've just had another alert come through that more Iranian missiles are on the way.
Each day, Iran retaliated with multiple attacks against Israel. And it launched unprecedented strikes on its Gulf state neighbours, including Saudi Arabia.
It looks like 2 drones have hit the US Embassy in Riyadh in the diplomatic quarter there.
Over 37 days, 886 drones, 82 ballistic and 9 cruise missiles were fired by Iran into the Saudi kingdom. The world's biggest oil exporter found its key pipeline under attack and its main export route, the Strait of Hormuz, effectively blocked.
It doesn't believe in talking to its neighbors. It tries to pressure its neighbors. And what I can say categorically, that's not going to work. The kingdom is not going to succumb to pressure.
Then an uneasy ceasefire was brokered. Under Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, known as MBS, the kingdom has been undergoing a transformation. With its growing and predominantly young population of 35 million, the petro-state is being reshaped into an international powerhouse for tourism, technology, culture and trade. It's all part of a costly post-oil future called Vision 2030.
I mean, we're talking about trillions, absolute trillions.
It's an eye-watering figure.
It's absolutely staggering. But the ambition is staggering, and the goals are really quite something.
Right before this war erupted, I came here to Saudi Arabia to see how this massive trillion-dollar transformation had been taking place at an extraordinary scale and speed, as well as to get a sense of just how reliant it was on a peaceful and stable region. Now I'm back to see how this war has impacted the kingdom and whether those grand plans for the future have been thrown into jeopardy. We're heading into Saudi Arabia at a strange time. There's a ceasefire, but no peace agreement, and tensions remain high across the region.
Dear pilot, good morning. Welcome to King Khalid International Airport in Riyadh. The local time is 11 minutes till 10 a.m.
Throughout the hostilities, Riyadh became the main exit point for people fleeing the Gulf. We're soon making our way into the capital, and there's no obvious signs of the conflict. The lifeblood of this economy, oil exports, dropped by more than half in the first weeks of the war. But Saudi Arabia has been able to bypass the chokehold on the Strait of Hormuz by shipping its oil out through the Red Sea. While some marquee events like the Formula One were cancelled, social media feeds have been full of announcements spruiking a blizzard of new trade routes, cultural events, and the opening of upscale restaurants. The message was, life goes on as normal.
Reporting from the Gulf states is notoriously difficult. There are restrictions on the media and the sharing of information even during peacetime. At the height of war, people have been put on notice not to film and share what's going on, even on their phone. Saudi Arabia keeps a very close eye on what the outside world sees. G'day, Neil. Lovely to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
I'm meeting up with Neil Quilliam. He's one of the world's foremost experts on energy policy and Middle Eastern politics. He's been visiting the kingdom for the past 25 years, but he's never seen a moment like this.
For the past 10 years, young Saudis especially have felt, really empowered. They've really felt that their country has come into its own, and there's a very strong sense of nationalism and national identity. And this has come along and just really shaken that. It's almost shaking it to the core. It's shown that the country has key vulnerabilities. And despite all its defense spending, in spite of its relationship with the US, and it can be targeted, it can be hit, and its economy has been shaken.
Why is stability so crucial for Saudi Arabia at this point in its history?
Saudi really wants to transform its economy. It's since MBS became, Crown Prince, but even before that, since it became an influential player in the country, he's recognized that the country is dependent on hydrocarbons. And looking ahead and looking forward, wants to change the whole foundation of the economy to make it a non-oil driven economy. There are two key factors to that. One is that the vision is very much based on attracting foreign direct investment. So getting foreign companies to come and to commit to the country long term. Secondly, given that the country, number one, wants to attract and develop its tourist base, and number two, wants to be the host of international and regional events, instability is a drag on that.
I think a lot of people have a fairly fixed view of what Saudi Arabia is. You're a man who has spent decades coming here. How has it changed in your time?
So it's changed unbelievably, and lots of people will tell you that. But it's quite staggering what we've seen in the last 10 years. From a social point of view, it's changed tremendously. Anywhere you go in the city at the moment, it's cranes, it's banging, it's noise. There's tremendous growth taking place. In Saudi Arabia, what we're seeing now is a very strong sense of pride. And it's like, this is what we're doing. If you don't like us, we don't care.
Oh, what a game this has been. With a minute to go, it all comes down to this. And here they come. They go wide. Passes to Becky. He juggles. Kicks it. Who'll get there? No, Kara, he's over. What a try. All the emotions are flowing. Jubilation, ecstasy. What a game.
Hiya, Mama.
You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic